Hello, hello. I think the technical difficulties. All right. Hello and welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Lucas Taylor, for informing me that the microphone was not working. Um, yeah. Thanks everyone for telling me. Facundo G, Tommy Tung, welcome. Um, welcome. So I was trying to explain, but apparently the mic was not connected. But please let me know. Confirm in the chat. Okay, cool. Thank you, Tommy. All right. First of all, happy Milkshake Monday. I've got a cookies and cream milkshake right here. Cheers if you would like to join me. But, anyways, yesterday, hello, M. So, just to recap, yesterday we spent about 1.5 hours syncing tabs that I wrote to my performance of Mr. Bungle's The Girl of Porn bass cover. And now I have all the tabs synced up by creating sync points on all of the downbeats of the measures of the song. I'm opening up my Girls of Porn bass cover project on Reaper. That's me. And now we're going to put tabs on top of it. And also, we're going to do a little like remix because I made this video like 2 years ago and I learned a lot about mixing audio since then. So, yeah. Cheers indeed. This is a good milkshake. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is let's see. I'm gonna create a new. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit. It's like kind of disorganized, but here is the main video track. That is a milkshake. It's Milkshake Monday. Happy Milkshake Monday. Don't you know? It's Monday. So I'm gonna hit Control T to create a new track. And what I'm gonna do with this track is put it on top of the video track. I'm gonna call it tabs. So Reaper is nifty. It's mainly an audio, like digital audio workstation, but you could also edit videos. So you could go to the effects, go to video processor, which is where all the video editing stuff is located. And then since it's just an image, I'm just gonna use this image overlay preset over here. Tommy Tongue says it's Milkshake Monday. What have I been doing all day? I need to get with the effing program. Yeah, Milkshake Monday is my tradition every month. To be fair though, I've been having milkshakes like the past 2 days. Because I was in a secret mission last week and my diet was very limited. I was craving burgers and milkshakes. The moment I got back home, got myself some burgers and fries with a milkshake, of course. And then yesterday, I just ended up getting another milkshake. And then today it's Milkshake Monday, so you gotta have another milkshake. Anyways. Okay. So here's my bass video. Oh, that's really loud. I'm sorry about that. There's like a metronome on. I'm gonna turn that off. Let's find it real quick. So there's this Moises folder, which is what I use to separate tracks from. So I got an MP3 of Girls of Porn by Mr. Bungle. What I'm gonna do is remove the bass track, but there's also like a metronome track that Moises gives you. Moises is this web app that allows you to remove or separate separate tracks from MP3s or .wavs or what have you. So I'm just gonna mute the bass and I'm gonna mute the metronome because this is a bass cover. It's gonna be my bass instead of Trevor Dunn's. M says Mark's memo is Milkshake Monday, indeed. So there's two halves of the song. So I want to make sure that I mute the bass for both halves. Okay. I'm doing a little hack because Moises only allows you to use their software for like the first 5 minutes of the song. So I made a separate MP3 that's like the second half of the song. So I'm kind of cheating. It's kind of a hassle, but I don't pay for the program. So like, if you pay for the premium version, then you don't have to do stuff like that. It's a really good program. I highly recommend it if you want to like learn bass lines and you can't hear it very well. So you could separate it. But then I'm using it for a different purpose, which is to mute it and have everything else. So anyways, here's what everything sounds like. Let me know if I'm too loud or the music is too loud. I did a little sound check earlier. I don't know why the mic turned off earlier though. Okay. You're a wizard, Harry, says M. Okay. So as this video is running, I'm just gonna start adding some ASMR mouth sounds. Can you hear me drinking? Okay, so I'm gonna go to this tabs track, and then I'm gonna hit insert. A bunch of melee videos, but I'm gonna go to the right folder here. So there's bass. Then I'm gonna go to girls of porn, assets, tabs, and then here's a video of the tabs. Okay, things are gonna sound weird for a while. So what I'm actually gonna do is, I think I did this backwards. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Reaper is weird. It's like unintuitive, but whatever is underneath is actually on top on the video. It's not real video editing software, so yeah. I'm gonna just line it up. I'm gonna sync the audio to both of these, and then things will start to make more sense. So, oh, I did the wrong thing. Sorry. So for my project, the video is lined up with like my bass guitar and then like the Mr. Bungle backing track. And everything sounds fine on your end. Awesome. So now I'm adding another track, which is the tabs. So I'm going to look at the audio for the tabs and make everything line up. So you could like see the waveforms here, and zoom in as close as you can, and just like make sure it's like lined up for all levels of zoom. And then it should look fine when doing playback. Excuse me. Tommy Tong says, Skid, your bass covers are always so awesome. Just wanted to say thank you. Well, thank you. That is very nice of you to say. I have a lot of fun making these covers. I learn a lot from learning bass lines because I want to get better. So that's how you learn. Just learn stuff. And I figured like I should share the knowledge. So let's make some tabs too, because when I make tabs, like thinking about notating all the rhythms and stuff, it makes me realize what's actually going on. Because like sometimes you could just feel things out and just like play it by feel. But if you like use your head and like notate it and think about like if it's an 8th note or a 16th note and all the rest and stuff like that, that takes it to the next level. And then it helps with your like if you're like writing your own bass lines and stuff like that. So we're all learning here. This is awesome. And I'm glad that you appreciate it. Yes, Em, I have an e-burp. Okay, anyways. I think this should be lined up. I'm going to turn down the volume of this tabs video just to make, because like this is going to be excessive sound. They don't need the sound. We just need to see this red line going through. And the numbers of the tabs, the fingering of the tabs should light up with the bass. And that looks pretty good to me. So I think this is lined up. I think we can go for this. And what we got to do next is position the tabs properly. So what we're going to do that is go back to the effects for the tabs. Tommy Tongue says, "You do all the hard work. It's appreciated." Thank you. It is a lot of work actually, but it's like stuff I'm doing anyways. So that's kind of how I feel about streaming. It's like I should show people the process so like everyone can learn while I learn. So we're all learning together. We're all working together here. You're my coworkers. Anyways, so I'm gonna go to effects. And then there's these little knobs here that allow you to reposition, do zoom, and adjust opacity. So what I'm going to do is make it fit the whole screen width-wise. So it's like as big as possible. My face is not important. If you want to see my face, you could just watch the original cover video. And then I'm just going to shove it all the way to the top. Shove it. Shove it in there. Very delicate situation. Does that look right? I just want to make sure nothing's cut off. Like I said, this isn't the best video editing software. A lot of people have been telling me that I should be using like DaVinci or some DaVinci. But it's like I'm so used to Reaper. I'm like using it anyways, so why not? This should look good. This should be fine. Peace, man. Alright. Like so. Let's let it run for a while. Let's just chill. Any chance to turn up the mic a little? Yeah, I could do that. Wait, first of all, can you hear the music? I feel like it's not coming through. It's not coming through, is it? Just a second. Just a second. Okay, brace yourselves. It might be loud. But I don't think it is. Okay. I think I have the microphone as loud as I can. I wonder if I could give it a little boost. Or I could just eat the mic or speak louder. Let me know. Can you hear the music now? Okay, I'm gonna hit play. And let me know if you can hear my voice over the music. Oh yeah, much. I just want to check in. Alright, thanks for stopping by. It was good to see you here. Helps the algorithm. Awesome. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna be watching this for a while. I just want to see if it looks like it's all lined up, because I know there's certain parts where the rhythm is a little bit more like technical, I guess. Like maybe the bridge, like the breakdown. So I want to like maybe I'll just like let it run, and then I'll be doing some stuff on the side. Tommy Tongue, thanks for your input. Much better. Awesome. Scrumptious. kind of weird there, I guess. Um, for like this measuring, for this line, for where the pinch harmonic is. Like the next line is kind of cut off. But the idea is like, as long as you can see the first line, and you can see what's coming up, so you know that you're like you're gonna get ready to do the 5th fret on the D string here. I think that's clear, but the rhythm isn't. So I don't know. I'm not sure if this is bad, but let's just go with it. I think it's what's most important is the current line. Readjust the microphone. So it's like more in my face. Just skip to the breakdown. Putting some transparency to the tabs. Just a little bit. If you could see my face, then it's too much. Then adjusting this opacity knob over here. Maybe something like that. Just so it like blends a little better. I don't know. And I'll be removing all of those video effects. This is a Tabs educational video, not for entertainment purposes. This is serious. Video, I think, yeah, that track called Video Zoom is like that, those close-ups and the fades. And I'm gonna remove the pride flag effect here, or should I? And the Smash TV reference for, I'd buy that for $1. Okay, so everyone in the chat, Tommy, you mentioned that you enjoy watching my videos. Thank you very much. Are you a Mr. Bungle fan? Like, what brings you here? I know I have a lot of like Oingo Boingo fans that rolls through also. Also, where are you from? I'm always curious, like what side of the globe that everyone is from. Most people seem to be from California. Good album. Okay, so you know what? Everything looks fine in terms of syncing tabs. So another thing that I wanted to do here on stream is do a little remix of this bass cover. Because like I mentioned, I did this like 2 years ago. So I've learned a lot about mixing audio since then. So I just want to do a little remix to make things a little bit more clear, especially for mobile devices. So like a lot of times it's hard to get bass to come through phones. But I'm also noticing that like a lot of people are watching my videos through phone. So there's some tricks you could do. And I'm going to show you some of those. Yes, one of my favorite all-time albums, Tommy. California, hell yeah. Okay, so I'm going to kind of base this bass mix, mix off of what I did for my last tabs video, which is My Ass is on Fire. So I'm just gonna like cheat a little bit and do some copy and pasting, and then we'll fiddle around from there. So first of all, we have this old bass track. This is the original like performance of me playing this track right here. And I wanna keep it. So I'm gonna duplicate it and change the effects chain pretty much. So if you look at the effects, I'm gonna call it bass old. Bass old. Look at the effects. So as you can see, I have like a compressor, saturation, this amp modeler, stuff for EQ, and I have a tuner for when I was recording. And I would not do this anymore. This type of EQ. It doesn't make sense. I've been doing something more recently, more differently, more recently. So what I'm gonna do is just like copy the effects chain from my ass is on fire video that I did last week. So I'm gonna go to the bass track here and then copy the effects chain. So copy all effects. Go back to Girls of Porn. So I have a new duplicate here. I'm gonna save bass old. So this is the new like main bass thing. So I'm just gonna remove all effects and then paste effects from the My Ass is on Fire effects chain. California is a close second. Tommy Tongue. Sometimes I can't decide, but I feel like the one that's like most dear to my heart is Mr. Bungle, self-titled. It's what got me into them, and there's something about that alcoholic clown circus aesthetic that's like speaks to me for some reason. Anyways, right. So we have this new effects chain. Let's listen to it real quick, just to make sure it sounds okay. Um, Hopefully it's not too loud. Let's go to the beginning of the song, or actually let's go to the breakdown because there's a lot of slapping there, and popping and like percuss, lots of different sounds. You too, you too. So yeah, I like what I've been doing for my recent mixes for bass. Let's just do a little like A/B comparison. It's not A/B comparison, but side by side comparison. This is what the old one sounds like. And this is what the new one sounds like. Well, it's quieter. It has like more mids and trebles. If just to listen for that, but it seems like it's quieter. I'm gonna have to boost it. Do I do a boost here? That's weird. I'm just gonna have to mix accordingly. Let me check some levels real quick. Okay. Let's see what it sounds like. I'm not sure if you could tell. Here it's like a little difference, but I actually like the old one also. So what I did for my Ass is on Fire remix is I mainly used the like this new bass track, but I kept some of the old one, but it was mixed a little low. So it was like negative 14.7, and I kept this new one as 0 dB. And then another thing that I do is I have a. First of all, I'm going too fast. I want to show you the effects chain for this bass track. So there's a compressor. That's why okay. I didn't even do anything yet. So I have to make sure that the compressor is compressing properly. So let's solar it. And listen to the compressor. What I like to do is make sure that it doesn't pass the 12 over here. Because otherwise it's like it's doing too much compression. That's probably why it's so quiet. If it's like between the 6 and the 12, then that's good. I think I did a little bit more. Okay. And then up next is this VST called BOD, and it's like it's like an amp modeler pretty much. So it has stuff like main level, drive, adjust lows and highs, the blend and presence. So this is, I did something like this for My Ass is on Fire, and I think I want to kind of keep it the same because I recorded these at around the same era, and I don't know, I feel like My Ass is on Fire and Girls with Porn are like, they sound kind of similar in terms of the style of bass playing. Of course, it's Mr. Bungle, but like they're like side by side in the track listing. So I think I want them to sound a little bit similar. So I'm just gonna literally copy and paste this one. And then the same thing with the EQ. It's pretty much just like a high pass and a low pass to get rid of like transient noises. We could move it a little bit to the right. And then there's a compression I like to do in the ends, just to like catch some stuff. And this one, it's good to like make sure that it doesn't go past 6, sorry. It's not for like too much compression, it's just to catch some, like the tail ends of compression. Should be good. Okay, so I kind of want to hear how this sounds with the mix. I'm gonna I'm just gonna lower the volume for the old bass for now. It's definitely quieter, so I'm going to adjust the levels of the mix. That sounds pretty good. I'm just gonna listen for a while and drink my milkshake.
We got girls who eat champagne and pool, guys who'd love to fuck your shoe.
I'm like bringing the bass towards the camera in case, just to make it clear which string we're hitting. That's the E string, okay? Alright, just 1 second. I'm gonna grab my phone. And I actually want to hear how it sounds through the phone by like bringing up the stream. I'll be back in 1 minute. Pretty good. Okay. I feel like the breakdown is like a good spot for me to like demo all of the mix. So another thing that I liked to do was, okay, so I liked the old sound of the bass too. I feel like it has some like fatness to it that I really like. Oh right, I rolled it off. But like on its own, it sounds kind of like tinny or hollow or something. So I think I actually want to have like a little mix of both. So let's like hear what sounds good with a little bit of both. I'm gonna put the main bass track at 0 dB and slowly bring in the volume of the old one to see what sounds pretty good. I think that's pretty cool. I'm curious as to what kind of percentages I did for My Ass is on Fire. So I think, yeah, the main bass track was at 0 also. Oh, this was at -21. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of similar, I guess. Maybe I am bringing in too much of it. I should listen to the whole mix. Maybe around 18 makes more sense. Something like that, maybe. Okay. Finally, there is one more track that we want. So I'm going to copy it once again. Duplicate tracks. And what I like to do here is to add lots of saturation and actually just make it saturation. But it's mixed super low. So it's just barely there. It's just going to be in the mix like a ghost. So yeah, I did it here. I called it dist for distortion, but it makes sense to call it saturation. So like yeah. I'll show you how this works, but I'm going to copy all of these effects again. Go back to Girls of Porn. Go to Bass Sat. And I'm going to remove everything and then paste the whatever I did for My Ass is on Fire. So basically how this works is Tommy Tongue, sorry you were competing with a shower. I just got home. Now I gotta eat. I love that you're doing this. This is awesome, but I need to catch the replay. Thank you so much for all you do. And yeah, of course. There's always the VODs. I make sure that they're all posted, and thank you for talking to me. It's always fun having people around when you're working. Yeah, have a great rest of your evening. Have a nice meal. See you later. I'm trying to finish this video by Tuesday. So I have Milkshake Mondays. I want there to be a Tablature Tuesdays. So I think I'm going to try finishing this video tonight. And have it up around like 10 or 11 tomorrow. Anyways. Okay, so this bass saturation track, it has no compression. No compression. As you can see, they're like unchecked. But it has this also has this effect called saturation, and it is pretty much a distortion. And then for the bod VST, we're just gonna have the drive all the way up, and the lows and the highs are just gonna be in the middle. And then the blend, this pretty much means like what's the blend between this effect and the dry source, which is like my direct input of bass guitar. So it's just going to be no direct at all. It's all just this effect. Cheers to you, Tommy Tong. See you later. And then for the EQ, this is going to be interesting. We're going to just like pretty much only have mids. So the important thing is like, I'm going to hit play real quick a little bit. That's kind of grating, I'm sorry. So it sounds kind of ugly on its own. And like really teeny. But the idea is that it's going to be like super quiet in the mix. So the idea is that you could hear what the bass is doing when you're listening through phones. So it's not to have like a big bass boost or anything. It's just for clarity. Cosmic Panda, hello, welcome. Never really gotten into Mr. Bungle, but I love your covers. Any recommendations on where to start? Oh, that's a great question. For me personally, the song that got me into Mr. Bungle was their song Carousel. It's from their self-titled album, from kind of considered their first studio album, I guess. I think it was 1990 or 1991. But I'd say that the most like accessible album is probably California, from their third album, from 1999. So you can't go wrong with California, but for me personally, it really is their self-titled album that like kind of like that's the essence of Mr. Bungle. It's kind of more, I don't know, I feel like that was their peak. It's hard to say. I don't want to say what their peak is because it seems like they're the types of musicians that just gets better and better, you know. I'm not going to say they ever peaked. They just had a lot of hiatuses. Anyways, so for the EQ, this is going to be a bunch of mids, and I'm going to hit play a little bit just to show what mids are being played. What's important here is around like 1,000. We want there to be like, for it to be like very audible. So it sounds ugly, but this is just going to be really low in the mix. So what I'm going to do again is make it negative infinity and slowly roll it in until I could like barely hear it in the mix. Cosmic Panda, thank you so much. I'll start with California, but I'll check out their self-titled right after. Yeah, that should be good. I know a lot of people get into them because of California. There's lots of like sunshine and doo-wop and surf rock, but also some weirdness. Yeah. Also, tone is sick. Thank you, Cosmic Panda. Also, I'm just asking this from everyone because I'm curious. Like, if you're comfortable answering, I'm just curious where everyone is from, and which of your covers brought you to my channel? Which of my bass covers brought you to my channel? Because I know there's a lot of Bungle fans and Oingo Boingo fans also. I used to do a lot of video game covers too. So, what was I doing? Okay. So I'm gonna just hit play and then slowly roll in the bass saturation. So it's barely audible. Oh, I'm starting to really hear it there. I think I kind of like that. Okay, I'm gonna do something really jank again. But first, Cosmic Panda says, I think it was a cover of a Sonic song or something that was randomly recommended to me. US, by the way. Right, I've done so many Sonic covers. I did like Hydro City. A lot of boss themes, the bonus themes. Anything that has slap, I just have to do it. And the bass lines for Sonic, it's fucking sick, man. Okay, so I'm gonna do something kind of jank again. I'm going to pull up my own stream on my phone just so I could hear like a rough idea of what the mix sounds like. I know there's probably some like loss of quality here, so I'm gonna do like a real like sound check for phone like when I go offline probably. But I'm gonna pull up my stream. I'm gonna hit play. So just 1 minute. I'll be like AFM away from microphone for a while. Sounds pretty good. Cosmic Panda says Tommy Tongue. If you like this song, definitely listen to the whole album. It's amazing. I totally agree. It's kind of like it's like a journey because a lot of the tracks have like these like sound clips and soundscapes in between. And I heard that John Zorn was a big part of that. So some random trivia for you there. Okay, so what I noticed from listening to it on the phone is that I think that the backing track is actually kind of quiet. So I might raise it by like 2 or 3 dB. That's 16, so maybe I'll go like 13 or something. I feel like the important thing is like if you could hear drums, vocals, and bass. Because like this is a bass tabs video. The purpose is to be able to hear the bass, obviously, because we're learning the bass part. So if some parts of the song get buried, it's kind of fine. Like that's not the point of this video. It's not to like listen to the song. It's to learn the song. And yeah, if you want to listen to the song, buy their album. Get a CD, like what I did. They're also on Spotify. Okay. I'm gonna listen one more time on the phone. So just 1 second. Roll with that for now. Okay, so what I want to do next is I think I just want to run through the whole song and just like enjoy it a little bit. See if I notice anything blaringly obvious. So feel free to say anything in the chat. Ask me questions, what have you. Listen to the inappropriate porno noises. Again, hope we don't get banned.
Okay, all you puss-sucking motherfuckers out there. It's time to win a chance to cock bang your Irish typers and cherry ass. Caller number 666.
So feel free to say your favorite Mr. Bungle songs in the chat. I like to live in the moment, so my favorite song is Girls with Porn right now. Scrumptious. It is pretty satisfying just seeing the line go by and the numbers lighting up. I love that fill. After this QA sesh is pretty much produce the video. That includes making an intro title card and an end title card. It's like really simple. I just have this in GIMP file. I just have to change some titles. Save some PNGs. Asia and John Holmes. I assume those are porn stars. I'm gonna watch them later.
We got girls who eat your pee and poo, guys who'd love to fuck your shoe. We got mamas with so much glee.
The tabs might be too transparent. Should be better. Make out my face too much though. I love playing this song. Slapping feels so good. They make weird time signature changes feel so natural too. This song flows, man. Alright, so what I'm gonna do next is, okay, I'm just gonna refer to the My Ass is on Fire video here. So it starts off with this, like, title thing, right? Sign up for my Patreon. And then, like, in the end, there's thank you to my patrons. So I'm pretty much gonna do the same thing for Girls of Porn. So this may or may not be boring, but I'm gonna use GIMP to do this. It's just a template, and I'm just gonna change My Ass is on Fire to literally be fucking Girls of Porn instead. That's it. So I'm gonna go to File, Open, tabs title.xcf. There we go. So I'm just gonna save this real quick because that's the end one, right? I still have the same patrons. Yeah, if you want me to learn a new song because you're figuring out some bass, you could make a request on Patreon. So I'm gonna go to YouTube, bass, Girls of Porn, assets, tabs. So we're showing you all this like processing. Tabs title 2 because that's the one in the end. Export as a .png. And then, oops, this title, I'm going to change. I always forget that the song is actually called The Girls of Porn, not just Girls of Porn. Anyways. I accidentally pressed enter there. The Girls of Pornography. It's just porn. Just kidding. Girls of Pawn. And then I'm gonna export tabs title. Let's call this one 1 because it's the one in the beginning. Export. Very cool. So I think for my ass is on fire, I was showing it in the beginning of the video for like 5 seconds or something. Let's see. Is that like 5 seconds? I think I could measure it by making a selection. Yeah, it's like 4.9 seconds. So this is the same thing for Girls with Porn. Actually, it could probably be longer. First of all, we don't need this fade in for the video anymore. Let's just remove that. Yeah, from 1 to 2. It looks like, yeah, this is already 8 seconds, but like the bass doesn't really start until like after that anyways. So that might actually be fine. So I'm gonna make another track for the titles. Let's call it title. And then this is also gonna be under video processor, an image overlay. I think I don't have to change any knobs for that one. But it's just going to straight up be on top of everything. And we're going to change the opacity. So let's look at for that file. There's tabs title 1 and tabs title 2. I'm going to open both of them and put them in the same single track. But then I'm going to take the second one and then like, put it all the way to fucking the end. It goes like here or something. We'll deal with that later. Let's do this one first. So yeah, we'll just like encompass like all the way up until the bass starts playing or when the tabs show. So that's my face. I actually usually use like 2 screens when I'm editing videos, but I want to put everything in one screen so you can see what's going on. I'm just kind of struggling a little bit. Okay, so this is kind of a cool thing that you could do with digital audio workstations is this concept called, it sounds pornographic, but it's not, but it's called automating the wet knob. So, so like pretty much when something is dry, there's no effects on it, right? But then these knobs are technically like effects on audio, but like this is kind of a hack. Like this is an audio software, but then we're doing video on it. So it's still considered a wet knob. So what we're gonna automate is opacity. So this is normally just gonna be, it's like 0 to 1, right? So like 0 is completely opaque or transparent, and then 1 is like completely opaque and solid. And we're gonna do a little fade in. So how we automate that, the opacity, is go to param here. You click on it like a little bit. So when you go to param and do show track envelope, it will, like the last knob you touched, it will make a track envelope on the track over here on the timeline. So we want it to like fade out by the time it gets to 2. So the reader, so the bass player can start reading the tabs. So you could create these node points over here. Hit shift again to create 2 node points. And we're going to drag it all the way down so that by the time that the bass starts playing, it will be opaque. I mean, transparent. I always get it backwards, sorry. So it's like this, watch. It's completely opaque right now. And then once I get to this slope over here, it's going to fade out. I think that looks pretty good, but I noticed something weird. So I'm gonna hide the titles for a while. One thing I want to do is I don't want to show that first line of rests. So I'm just going to skip to when this little tabs mini video is showing that second line on the very top. So I'm just going to keep hitting right. It slowly moves the cursor. And I think that's right, yeah. Okay, I want to find when the cursor first appears. It's going to be something like around here. Yeah, okay. Okay, doing that should be fine. We'll be a little like slide up for like a split second. Okay, so I'm gonna take this section over here and then delete everything to the left because I don't want that. And what I'm gonna do is zoom in again and go a little bit to the right and split it so I have a little section. And what this looks like, oops, sorry, is that. It looks like that, but I'm just going to time stretch it so this little image will be shown instead of the first line like earlier. So this is kind of a weird process that I'm doing, but this is how I do it. Alright, let's see this again. Let's start from the beginning. We'll show the titles this time. I actually missed it. I was checking something on my phone. Let's see that again. I'll just skip here. Okay, let's watch the timeline. Yeah, that's pretty good. But maybe it could be a little earlier actually. Let's do it like shift it over by 1. And the fade out doesn't have to be that long. So let's like do this. Yeah. Let's go for that. Let's go with that. Why not? Yeah.
Okay, all you puss-sucking motherfuckers out there. It's time to win a chance to pot bang you guys, typers and cherry-ass.
Okay, so that looks pretty good. And then we're going to do something similar for the end. So like where this fade out happens is actually where we could do our fade into the title. Okay, so it was something like this. See how that looks. Let's see that one more time. Thank you to my patrons, Daniel, Paul, Old Crazy Adrian. And for when it starts being completely opaque, which is around here, I like to have 20 seconds until the like very end of the video, because on YouTube, that is the longest amount of time you can have um, for the end cards, like suggested videos and stuff like that. So it will be shown to the left of the Patreon and to the right. It's like and then like click on my face to subscribe, sort of thing. Oops. Okay. And it should go for 20 seconds or so. Oh, maybe that's too much. I don't know. Let's do like 16. Where does my bass cut off? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just a fade out. And this is some of that environmental like soundscapes that I was talking about for like how their album is kind of like a sound it's like a journey. So after Girls of Porn, there's like this sound clip of I believe this like they were like walking down the train tracks and then they heard this family like fighting with each other and that leads into the song Love is Fist. So that's kind of an appropriate theme there. Domestic violence and what have you. Okay. Let's see the end of this video. See if it feels right. Yeah, it looks like we've been streaming for about just above an hour. So I think I might call it a night after this. Do some stuff offline. And yeah, that looks right. Thank you to my patrons. And you could hear the end of the track soundscape. For about 16 seconds. Okay. Sounds good to me. So I'm going to make a little marker here just in case I miss it. So marker 20 is video ends. And video begin though. I didn't really decide. Actually, yeah, it could just start where the track starts on 1. Because the bass doesn't come in until like 5 seconds. Okay. Just want to watch that one more time. Alright, looks good to me. Okay. So I think I'm gonna call it a stream. Thank you to everyone for stopping by. I'm gonna try to have this video up for Tablature Tuesday tomorrow morning. What I'm gonna be doing offline doesn't make sense to do like on stream. So it's pretty much rendering the file and like uploading on YouTube. So like I don't know, I feel weird just like streaming all of that. What if I did though? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm feeling kind of like my computer hates me right now anyways, because when I hit play for playback on Reaper, it's taking like 2 seconds for it to start. So I think I need to give my computer a break actually. And I might have to give myself a break as well. So, like I said, I'm trying to establish Tablature Tuesday. But the idea is I just want to make tabs for all of the Mr. Bungle songs. Starting off with the songs I've covered already. I'm almost done with covering all of the songs from their self-titled. The only one remaining is the long-awaited Dead Goon. And I've mentioned this many times before that I've already like learned everything. I just have to practice it. And it's actually like it's really hard. I know all the parts, but it's just really hard to like 100% the song. So it's like sometimes I'll have this week where I practice like 3 times a day or something, and then like I don't practice it for like a month, and then I kind of just have to like start from scratch. And like I practiced over the week. I haven't touched it since I came back home from the secret mission, but I want to get into the groove of practicing it every day again. So expect a Dead Goon cover soon. It was one of my New Year's resolutions, so I feel like I have to do that by the end of the year. It's only October. It's coming. October is coming, so I feel like this might be a good spoopy song for the Halloween season. Maybe, I don't know. See what happens. So Tablature Tuesdays is a thing that I want to do, and that is going to involve me like streaming more because I want to stream the process more. So, if anyone's still in the chat, please let me know which Mr. Bungle song you want to see bass tabs for next. I was thinking of doing Stub-a-Dub next, but keep in mind that that song is on a 5-string bass. But I'm going to be doing it anyways. So it's just a matter of like, what would you rather see next? And as mentioned, if you become a Patreon, you can request the song. And yeah, I will prioritize patrons all day for requests. But like I said, just request what you'd prefer to see next, because I am doing the Mr. Bungle self-titled songs either way. Hello, Brevs! Welcome, and I am about to end the stream. Check out the VODs if you're interested in seeing the process of this. But for this stream, I was mixing my bass, remixing my bass cover of The Girls of Porn, but then also lining up the tabs and putting these little title cards in the beginning and the end. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for stopping by for a short while. I appreciate it. Expect me to stream a lot more. I think I might stream again on Thursday. I'm not sure. Maybe, possibly even Wednesday. But I think tomorrow is a busy day for me. I have to go out of town in the morning, and then I'm going to go see a show in the evening. So I think it's going to be... Hopefully Wednesday I'll stream. I might start making tabs for Stub-a-Dub by Mr. Bungle. Otherwise, I'll definitely start doing those tabs on Thursday, and I'm intending on streaming it. I've been loving these streams so far. I hope you like them too. Please let me know if you're like watching a VOD. Let me know in the comments what you think of these streams. If you're learning anything. Even if you're like just observing, you don't even play bass, let me know. Like, I know this is for bass players, but I feel like people like to just watch process for some reason. So yeah, let me know down below in the comments. And like and subscribe. Whatever. Hopefully catch you Thursday. Hope to see you on Thursday. Possibly Wednesday. Alright. Have a good night. Love you all. Go watch some pornography. Aja and John Holmes. Good night, everyone.